Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. As always, everyone have an amazing day, three things I'm thankful for: towels, soap, and water. Those three things I am thankful for. Don't really know what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to let my energy do its thing. And if you see, yes, my top lip is swollen a little bit. It is. Just in case, I know you're probably looking like, what is going on? So, I've been intaking like sweets. So I had some sugary stuff the past 2 days, and I hit my limit. So I have a little spot right above my lip, and it made my lip swell up. So I had to drink a lot of water. So that's all. I go through the same things just like y'all do. So when I intake, I think I told y'all about that. When I eat certain foods and stuff, I can break out easily. And when I see that one little breakout, then I do what I need to do to make sure it don't happen again. So, yeah. So that's why my lip is swollen. Alright, but anyway. And I know I don't have to explain these things. But I like to acknowledge certain things because I don't want you to focus on that when I'm talking. So, sometimes when I do videos, I'll call certain things out. Because if not, you're going to end up focusing on it. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people that didn't notice it might focus on it now. But it is what it is. So, it's like I acknowledge things about myself before somebody try to tell me about myself. Okay, just like my eyebrows. Some days they agree, some days they don't. It is what it is. I think I'm getting close to the point that my hand is finally negotiating with them. So eventually they'll get along, and y'all gonna see them equal out. But till then, just go along with it. So, what am I gonna talk about? I don't know, y'all. Day good day. I am gonna say this. So far I've been doing these videos nonstop. The only times that you don't get a video is when I had to go to one of those little facilities. But well, okay, I didn't have to. Somebody put me there. But there might be times where I might end up just saying, no, I'm gonna just take a day off or something, or I'm gonna take a week off or something like that. So if that does happen, don't be alarmed. Don't think, oh my God, there's something going on. It's like sometimes I just need something from me. I truly love what I do. As I tell y'all before, I am not receiving nothing off of any of this stuff right now, at least in my current situation. Every single video, I put nothing but love, loving all of them. And I'm not doing it for the views. I'm doing it because I just really love doing this. Every day I learn something new. And whenever I learn something new, I like to explain it to someone else. Because in this world, sometimes some information is really difficult to understand. So I try to break things down in my way of thinking and maybe make it a little bit simpler for some. Some people like to learn different ways. So I kind of break things down into like little pieces so you can digest it easier. And sometimes the little piece might make you feel like you're about to get choked on it. But, you just be patient through the process. You'll get through it. And it goes for kids, it goes for everyone. As y'all know, I'm equal opportunity. So what I mean by that is I'm equal across the board. I don't care if you a saint or a sinner. I'm going to treat you the same. The only people at this present time that I don't communicate with are the ones that was a part of putting me in the situation I'm in. Unfortunately, due to the multiple times of me trying to get to them and say, hey, please stop, they didn't. So now it's like you got to learn a different way. Other than that, I don't care what you do. It's your life. You got to live it for yourself. As always, what you put in it is what you get out of it. And what I mean by that, you got to physically or mentally or spiritually I'm not talking about how many times I can get something from someone else type thing. You literally got to put the work in. It's like that. But yeah, like, we all fall short. We all sin. And I'm going to tell y'all, I do too. I still sin, but the way I do it is differently. Mine is very minimal. And how can I say it? My sin is not like the norm. It's like I curse. And that's kind of considered like a sin in a way. But the way I do it out of love. Because I know that I'm not doing it from an evil spirit. I'm doing it from a good spirit. I still say that's a sin because I shouldn't be cursing. But I love to do it sometimes because it helps to take the edge off a little bit. I got a lot on my shoulders. And in order for me to pretend it ain't there, I say what I feel. And I do what I say. So I make sure that whatever I do, that I take ownership of it. So when it goes to like that freedom of speech, I know that whatever I say, that I got to be accountable for what I say. But I also understand, I hope others understand that I don't care what y'all have to say about what I say. It's like that. I'm not going to make everybody happy all the time. And I'm cool with that. Yeah, like, I'm going to do what makes me happy. As long as it ain't hurting anyone. When I communicate my words, this is my platform. So if you come onto my platform, then equal opportunity. You understand? If I talk about things in the world, just know that if I'm providing something that might sound a little bit on that offside, best believe I'm going to give you a plus at the same time. Okay? I don't want y'all to think that I do it out of trying to embarrass anyone. But the thing about it is you also have to look at life as this. If I call you out of 1 billion people in the world, then take it. Okay? Take that. Yeah, take it. That doesn't mean like, and I don't care if you are super positive or super negative, take it. Okay? Does that make you better than anyone? Nah, because they get in their roll calls just like you. Only thing different is the message is televised. That's it. And I'm going to let you know, to the ones that's out here on the social media world or wherever technology world, if I see you, I'm going to say something. If I see something I don't like, I'm going to state it. And because once you put yourself out there in the world, don't matter who you are, once you put yourself out there, then you give opportunity for other people to be able to critique something or respond to something. That's where that freedom of speech come in at. So I want y'all to understand something. We should be able to speak our minds and not allow our minds to be controlled by what somebody else say. Okay? Once we should be, but hear me out on this. And I know you're probably like, well, what if I'm going to use it the most vulgar thing, and I don't care, kids, here it is. What if a white person calls somebody a nigger on the screen? That's their choice. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's their choice. If that's the words they want to use, that's them. You ain't got to listen to it. No different than when you walking in the street. If a white person sit back and call you a nigger, you only won if you believe you won. Remember that. No different than the B word, the H word, and all the other words. I can call you a chicken. I can call you a turkey. Shucks, you don't get mad at that. A head is a head. Okay. For the ones that caught on to that. So, I just want y'all to understand, the thing about it is, once we acknowledge that we have to be in control of our own minds and thoughts, and not allow somebody to control us, then you're good. It don't matter what somebody say about you. You understand? It's all about what you answer to. You know that ain't your name? Then why you responding? Why you getting mad? I don't care if you go into a KKK rally and everybody call you the N-word. Shucks, I ain't gonna hold it. A nigga. So what? Go sit down right there with them. I am. Because just because they say one word, they might still have some truth in the situation. Not about that part. But you gotta remember, it's like this, y'all. I can walk and sit inside of a KKK meeting and they can call every person black the N-word, a nigga, right? But what they got knowledge on other things, I still can listen. Just because we don't agree on one thing don't mean that I can't, just because we disagree on one thing don't mean I can't agree on something else. They still put their clothes on just like I put my clothes on. They still, cook food just like I cook food. I still can learn something from them. They still can learn something from me. Even if I don't agree with one thing. That's just like when people sit back and they like, don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. Okay, all right. Maybe I want a piece of chicken today. So you're not going to talk to me because of that. That's like calling somebody calling somebody a nigga. I'm a nigga now because I want some chicken and I don't want to eat a salad. But you killing all the animals. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. There's some animals we need to let go. And we have the certain ones that we do keep here. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If we keep all these animals here, then why you eating their food then? I'm just saying. Last time I checked, the animals eat the vegetables. So why you eating up their food then if you don't want them to be gone? We got to work together. They know their process in the world just like we know our process. You understand? Even people pass away, and I'm not telling us to eat them, but I'm just saying, life is life. We're going to appreciate all of it. You understand? So, I don't want y'all to sit back and feel like you can't talk to someone because they do certain things. You gotta remember, their karma is on their head. Whatever they decide to do, that's on them. You understand? Now, back to like the Ku Klux Klan meeting. Again, I don't mean I'm going to sit there and walk and go just sit in them. But at the end of the day, I'm confident enough that if I want to sit down in the midst of one, that I ain't going to judge them just because they judge me. That's a judgment that I'm not going to be a part of. But I can still listen and hear what's going on. No different than going to a gang member. If I was fully white complected, like my skin color was light, and I go and sit inside of a gang, do that mean that because if I was white, and I tell you everybody black, but if I was white and I sit in the middle of an all black gang, do that mean that I'm supposed to hate them because they hate the color that they see? Shucks, when they close their eyes, they see the same thing I see, black. You understand me? So you telling me I can't learn something from them? They can't learn something from me. When we get into that mindset in this world, then you can always be free. People want to control so much and so many different things. People want to get mad and y'all miss out on so many blessings because you don't want to understand that we can all learn how to agree to disagree. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.